let's talk about some stuff while I'm doing other stuff, just to get on top of this YouTube game. I don't even know where to begin. There's so much that's happened. I went to my YouTube channel and I was like, 3 years ago. I was like, cool. I was like, lots happened in 3 years. First things first, I'm single. After 5 years, he told me he didn't want kids. And he was, well, it went from I don't want kids to I don't know, but decided to give it another year to see if his feelings changed. And then a year came and he still wasn't sure, so I decided that it was time for me to move on because I'm 28 and I know I want kids. So here we are. So I have Maggie. She is part lab, part shepherd, and part border collie. The border collie part we just found out like a year ago-ish. We got her professional training because she's a good dog. Like, she's smart, but she's just a little hyped. She gets a little too excited. And they were like, she's probably part border collie because most border collies are like that. And seeing pictures, she definitely kind of is a good mix between a lab and border collie. So when we originally adopted her, which was 3 years ago, she is now 3. Well, I guess almost 3. We adopted her in February of 2022, but her birthday's in November last month. So she is now 3. My big girl, I love her so much. So that was the agreement when we got her, was if we did break up, which I should have realized that was a sign, but I was hoping that it wasn't going to happen. If we did break up, I would take Maggie and he would keep the cats because, well, I'm slightly allergic to cats, and I kind of figured if we broke up, I would move back in with my mom, which is exactly what happened. And my mom is highly allergic to cats. I knew that wasn't gonna work out because I wouldn't have been able to take the cats anyways. And he tried to pawn them off of me anyways. He was like, you could take a cat. You could just say it's a cat that you can't be allergic to. And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work. We had a cat named Herbert. We got a cat named Herbert. For those of you who watched my previous videos, we had a cat named Maisie. She unfortunately passed away after we got Maggie. I keep a necklace with her fur around my neck. I am eventually going to get a tattoo for her because I loved her deeply. She was probably the best cat I've ever had. Also, probably the only cat I've ever had. Other than the 2 cats that my ex now has. We were in Salt Lake, so we had a house. We got a house in Austin. And then he found out that we needed to move to Salt Lake. That's kind of how the whole kids thing came about, and like marriage and everything. But also within that 3 years, while we were at the house, I got really sick. I was having every time I ate, I would have an uncomfortable feeling on my left side. I wasn't sure what it was. It was just every time I ate, it was uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't even lay down comfortably. I went to gut doctors and changed my diet, and it was a whole thing. And then my friend Haley, you guys didn't get to meet her, but she's the best. She's like, well, what if it's endometriosis? Because TMI, my periods have been getting worse as I've gotten older. And so I was like, oh, maybe it is, because of course endometriosis is also more prevalent in colored women, which, if you guys don't know, I am part black and part Asian. I mean, part Asian part probably doesn't attribute, but the part black does. And so I went to my gynecologist and my OGBYN and talked to her about it. And she's like, well, the only way we can really find out is if we open you up, and open me up. I just have a little scar, so they didn't really open me up. But when they did that, we scheduled that. I got I got that figured out, had the surgery, and I also found out that my kidney is like right underneath my belly button, which is normally where they like put the incision so you can hide it easily, but they couldn't do that, so mine's a little higher. Maybe eventually I'll show you. As they were, while they like had scoped to check things out, and they found 2 cysts on both my tubes, one on my right and then one on my left. The one on the left was a little bit detached, and so that's what was causing the uncomfortable feeling when I was eating, because it was twisting, and when it does that, it's uncomfortable, obviously. And so I, after they took them out, because they were the size of golf balls, because why not? And I've been fine ever since. I didn't really ask like how those could be caused, because why would I? That would make sense. I was more annoyed at the fact that I was like getting CAT scans and MRIs and x-rays for like everything, and like none of them showed up. Like the cyst did not show up in any of the scans. I have a theory that I think they did, but they thought they were on the wrong organs, because when I first got an MRI, they said I had a cyst on my liver and one on my kidney. So since my kidney's in the wrong place, I think they were really on my tubes, but they just thought, and so then, I don't know, it was a whole thing. But anyways, moved to Salt Lake. That was fun. It was cold, hated that part, but it was fun to like meet new people, and I made some good friends. Maybe eventually you'll get to meet them. It was like an all right breakup. I'm not emotionally, I think, over it or like mentally, but like overall I'm like about the whole thing. But it's okay. I keep saying I'm not like mad about the time 6 years of being with him, because I learned a lot about myself. I learned how I really am in a relationship, what I need and don't need. And so am I upset that he kind of not last minute, but kind of decided that he didn't want kids after 6 years? Well, really after 5 years. Was I a little upset? Yes, of course, but I understand. Not everyone wants kids. I can't control what I can't control, so you just have to just move on with life. So then I moved to Texas, back to Texas from Salt Lake. I'm living with my mom now, and so I'm living with my mom in Texas and near Houston. So life's been good. I have a job. I just got promoted after only being there for a month. So now I've been there for 2 months. But it's fun. And I was doing part-time, but now that I got promoted, I have to do more, but it's okay. I'm not doing anything else. So I'm trying to get back into YouTube to try and inspire me to edit, because of course, as most of you know, that's what I want to do, is edit. That's what I'm passionate about. And I am going to do dance videos. I just have to actually do it. And as of right now, that's not really what I want to do. Maybe in like maybe next year, I'll start doing that for sure. And so I'm like determined, now that I'm like single and not really trying to mingle, just a little bit of mingling. I am focusing on catching up on YouTube videos and focus on catching up on TV shows to help me save money, which so far has not been working, because I'm still always broke. Maggie's a little weird. She's like scared of everything. I'm gonna do weekly vlogs just to keep up and like try to get back into the groove of filming again, because I did enjoy doing YouTube videos. It was just I don't know honestly why I stopped. I think I just didn't want, I think it's because of the job that I had at the time. It just really wasn't in the cards for me at the time. But now I'm like not really doing much, so and to help me get out, or just to vent, because I did enjoy talking to you guys and just talking about my life. And I know a lot of people in Salt Lake that I met wanted me to keep them up to date, and we all know how good I am at that. So I thought YouTube would be a good way to keep everyone up to date, and then I can also like be creative with my editing and just get back into the groove of like editing more often, because I just need to do it and have the motivation and find the motivation again, because right now it's a little difficult, maybe because of my ex, because I mean most of our relationship was centered around filming and editing and film school, and so I think maybe my memory is just wound up in that. I don't know, but it's fine. We'll get over it. We'll get there eventually, and everything will work out. Okay, this is going to be a weird angle because I am unsure about this car mount, but I don't feel like going back to Best Buy. So, you know, whatever. I just got in and out because there's too many fucking people out. Like, honestly. I should have turned when I had the chance. I'm just going to turn now. So now I'm going home after going to Best Buy twice, because I got a car mount that was wireless charging too, and found out my phone doesn't do that, so that's fun. I know this is like a weird angle. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out together. We'll get better at this. We'll get back into the groove. As I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, your girl has a different car. I have a Ford Focus now. Basically what happened, I went to Kansas for my older sister's wedding, and while I was there, or on my way back, so before I went, I went to go get my oil changed, my tires rotated, and they were like, oh, you should probably get more coolant. I was like, I'm good. No. On my way home, I was in Colorado through the mountains. I lose all, oh, here's the outlet. Sorry, distracted. I ran out of coolant, so my car started to overheat, which was fantastic. I was like, yay! Something for me to worry about. And so my car overheated, and with that came more problems because my car had overheated. I had to pay a ton of money with the help of my ex, and my mom. Mostly my mom and my ex paid for it, to get my car fixed, because I had caused it to have more problems than it needed to be. And so I ended up, so then I moved here in that car, and there was still too many problems, and I took it back to Dodge, and they were like, oh, it's going to be $1,000 just to open the engine to see what's wrong. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that, not happening. Tried to do it through Carvana, trade my car in and everything. That was a headache in and itself. And since I got my car from CarMax, I just decided to go to CarMax instead. So I went to CarMax and got this car. So now I have a Ford Focus, which is coincidentally the same car that my brother has, which is super funny. I don't know if it's the same year, but I know it's the same car. So, you know, I have a car. That's all that matters to me. I'm going to talk about this whole thing. So I went, got the car mount for wireless charging, didn't work. Went to Target, they didn't have the gate that I wanted, so then I went to PetSmart because it was right there. I got a gate, got Maggie a toy, which I'll show you when I give it to her, because why not? I got her a cookie too, because she's a good girl for the most part. She tries. She's a tempting good girl. And then then after PetSmart, I went back to Best Buy, did an exchange for the mount that I'm currently using, which it's just gonna have to do. Like, honestly, I don't really like it, and I'm kind of like regretting this purchase, but it'll be fine. It's fine. And when I was going to Best Buy, I went like this whole roundabout way to get there because I messed up. Because of course I did. I didn't use directions. And there was a Black Rifle coffee. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is either karma or just a coincidence. I knew that they had one in Houston, but I didn't realize it was this close to me, where I currently live. But, you know, I'm not shocked, but also I'm like, kind of a little annoyed. Whatever. And I don't go over that area anyways. And I even realized I've been in that area like multiple times since I've moved here, and I'd never seen it. And they have no sign indicating that there's a Black Rifle coffee over there at all, which is even more weird. But so there was. I was like, oh, well then. Let me show you my outfit before I forget. This is my outfit. Cute top. There's my belly button ring, these pants, and some Birkenstocks. Maggie's excited for her toy. She already saw it. Look at her. Who's ready? So I got her this because she loves her good tennis ball. We'll do this. Here we go. Her little mouth. She's like, this is not what I was hoping it was. Other stuff that we got, or that I got poop bags, and a cookie for Maggie. But no, you're not gonna have that yet. No. Maggie's a little lazy. She's like, this is so much bigger than a normal tennis ball. Don't start chewing it up, Maggie. This is her favorite bone, but I forgot to take it off the bed. She's only supposed to have it for a little bit. But I got my in and out. Oh, this is the other thing that I got. Was that for the kitchen. So, yep. Oh, I'm like doing a terrible job at vlogging. Gotta get used to it. I just got Black Rifle coffee because fuck it. It's over here. Now that I know it's over here, I'm like, well, I'm already out because your girl had to get a new gate, which I did get, and it will fit because it goes to 70. And I know that wall is not longer than my arms, and I am 5 foot. So, and then I went to this place called Pop Shelf. And it was so cute. I needed to get stuff for waxing because I want to wax my eyebrows tomorrow. I got popsicle sticks for wax, and then I got a little air freshener and also hair clips because I need more hair clips for work. I only have 2, and I'm kind of sick of using them, so maybe I'll change how my hair is today just for the hair clips. So far an eventful morning, and I have work in about 2 hours, so I'm gonna go home. And also, this Black Rifle has food, so I'm super excited to eat. I was gonna have like leftovers and what else? Leftovers and corn dogs, but I mean, they had food, so that's what I'm gonna eat. And this is my makeup for today, for work. Yeah. So, I don't know. Today is gonna be a lot of work, and then I already did the stuff I'm gonna do, so we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go based on how often I film. So since I filmed a lot yesterday, I'm gonna end it here for this week's vlog. It will depend on how much I film, so we'll see. At least once a week I will put up a video. Gonna be back on that once a week grind. I'm not gonna set a schedule. I'm just going to edit and film when I want and upload when I want. So I'll see you guys next time. Please like, share, comment what you want to see, or if you guys want me to talk about anything. I could also just do a vlog on that, just talk about topics. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in the next one.